AITA for telling my family I'm done with their drama and no longer want to be involved. So, I, 32F, have always been the peacemaker in my family. For as long as I can remember, I've been the one to smooth things over when someone's upset or help resolve conflicts. But recently, I've reached my breaking point, and now I'm wondering if I'm the a-hole for cutting ties with some of my relatives. Let me give you a little context. I come from a pretty large family, with my mom, 55, dad, 58, two brothers, Jake, 29, and Sam, 26, and my sister Emily, 24. In addition to us, there are a lot of cousins, aunts, uncles, and so on. We all live in the same city, so we see each other a lot, and I used to think that was great, but lately, things have gotten out of hand. For the past couple of years, there's been non-stop drama between my mom and my brother, Jake. They've always had a tense relationship, but it's really escalated recently. Jake was laid off from his job about a year ago and has been staying with my parents, which only seems to have made things worse. My mom is constantly criticizing him for being lazy, while Jake feels like she's being too hard on him. I understand both sides to a degree, but it's gotten to the point where every family gathering turns into a shouting match between them. I've tried to mediate countless times, but neither of them listens, and it's exhausting. Then there's my younger brother, Sam. He's always been a bit of a rebel, and he's been getting into some questionable situations lately. He dropped out of college last year, and now he's living with some friends in a sketchy neighborhood. To make things worse, he keeps borrowing money from my parents and never paying it back. It's caused a lot of stress for my mom and dad, who are already struggling with Jake being unemployed, and honestly, it's starting to feel like I'm the only one who sees the bigger picture. Lastly, there's Emily, my sister. She's recently been engaged, and she's been pressuring me to be her maid of honor. The problem is, Emily and I have always had a somewhat strained relationship. She's always been the golden child in our family, and I've often felt overlooked or dismissed. But I've tried to support her, despite all the tension. However, when she found out that I was no longer willing to play the role of the peacekeeper for the entire family, she was livid. She's made it clear that she expects me to keep doing what I've always done, put everyone else's drama aside and help them. But I've had enough. A few weeks ago, I finally snapped. During one of our family dinners, my mom and Jake started arguing again, and it was the last straw for me. I stood up and told them that I was done being the mediator and that I wasn't going to keep sacrificing my peace just to keep the family together. I told them all that I needed a break from the constant negativity and that I was no longer going to try and fix things. I also told Emily that I wasn't going to be her maid of honor because I couldn't take on any more emotional labor. Now, my family is furious with me. My mom thinks I'm abandoning them. Jake is hurt because he says I've given up on him, and Sam doesn't really care. He just wants to keep borrowing money. Emily won't stop texting me, calling me selfish and saying I'm ruining her wedding. The only one who seems to understand is my dad, who's told me he gets why I need some space but can't do much to change the situation. So, AITA for deciding I've had enough and cutting myself out of the family drama?